Okay guys, it's Yumi's birthday, but we gotta be quiet because it's like 2 in the morning and I'm making her a cake. It's 2 in the morning because it's the only time I can do it where she doesn't know I'm doing it. So, shh, be very quiet. Okay, so here's what we got. It's quarantine times, so I had to dig into the closet and get a cake. So I'm going to follow the instructions on the back of the cake. Looks like I need some egg whites. Looks like I need a little bit of flour for dusting the pan. We need some oil, measuring cup to measure, and of course, icing and sprinkles. But again, ran into a problem. I don't have a 9. Maybe she doesn't want me to, maybe she doesn't want you guys to know. So I've got 20. How do you do it? Is that 20? Or is it this way? It's backwards, 20. And I got these little guys here. But again, I don't have very many of them. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do to decorate the top of the cake. Anyway, let's get started. Step 1, open the box. I'm super tired. I've been up too long here. Cake mix in the bowl. Success number 1. Now, it looks like I need to put 1 1/4 cups water. 1 1/4. 1/2 cup vegetable oil. Well, in our house we don't have vegetable oil. We've got olive oil, so we're going to use some olive oil. And how much was that? 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup. Here comes the fun part. 4 egg whites. Kind of like slimy boogers. Okay, so there are now 4 egg whites in the mix, and I've also got a bowl of egg yolks. What do you do with egg yolks when they're done? Make a flan? I want to make a flan. Haven't had flan in a long time. Okay, so now I need to mix it, and it's late, so I can't use the mixer because it'll make noise. So I'm going to use a fork because we don't have a whisk. Somebody please send us a whisk. I really don't know how to do this YouTube thing. Everybody else on YouTube, they're out there like, donate money. I'm like, give me a whisk. It's actually smelling pretty good. It's smelling like birthday cake. It seems awfully runny, but I think I did it right. 1 1/4 cups water, 1/2 cup vegetable oil, 4 egg whites. Okay, so I preheated the oven. I've combined the cake mix and stuff. It just says cook until done. Cool 10 or 15 minutes, and then frost. Does that look mixed to you guys? Because it looks mixed to me. Oh, have you guys noticed my quarantine haircut? Yeah, this was done in the backyard. Okie doke. Now, I'm not in the mood to make a giant cake, so I have these little Pyrex dishes, thanks to my grandma, and I'm going to try to make a 2-tier cake off these, inside these little Pyrex dishes. And I thought, well, maybe I could stack them, but it doesn't look like they'll stack right. It looks like the top cake will be bigger than the bottom cake. So I thought, well, maybe I could make it like that. And then I thought, maybe I could stack them like this. So I think I'm going to stack them like that, and it's going to be kind of like barrel shaped. So we're going to see how this goes. Now, I think the way you do this is you kind of put some oil or something in here, or maybe you dust it with flour. Let's see what the instructions say. Okay, for a tube pan, coat entire pan. For cupcake, use paper baking cups. Okay, so coat bottom of pan with non-stick cooking spray, which I don't have, or shortening, which I also don't have, and a flour dusting. I got some flour. Yay, flour. Non-stick coating. What do we think? Should I go with olive oil and flour, or should I go with butter and flour? I'm gonna go with butter. Butter from the fridge, and I am rubbing it in the bottom of the pan. Oh yeah, rubbing the butter. COVID cough. Yeah, COVID coughs. Okay guys, so what has your quarantine experience been like out there in YouTube land? I would be curious to see in the comments what you have been doing to keep yourself entertained. Actually, this does not look to be sticking to the bottom of the pan very well. So I think after I rub the butter around, I'm also probably going to put a little bit of olive oil in it and then dust it. That's just not, yeah, that's not working very good. So I got a little bit of olive oil here left over in my thing, so just put a little olive oil in there and rub it around, I think, with my fingers. Okay, so anybody else out there baked a cake at 2 in the morning? And I'm not talking about depression baking, I'm talking about surprise baking, because I think we've all been up at 2 o'clock in the morning at some point. Depression baking or depression cooking. A little more olive oil. Yeah, non-stick spray would be easier. This gives it the personal touch. Dusting now, dusting. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I don't think dusting is working out the way it's supposed to. It's not really dusting, it's more like clumping. Okay guys, explain to me how I'm doing this wrong and how I should do it better. Do I need like a dust maker? I guess if I had one of those flour sifter things with the screen in the bottom of it that sifts the chunks out of flours, I guess I could use that to make kind of a flour dust. Yeah, that's not very good. I guess if somebody wants to send me a duster thing so I can dust the bottom of my pans, that would be useful too. Hey, there we go. I think I learned the trick. You gotta beat on it. Like most things, to get it to work, you gotta beat on it. That's it, baby. Is that dusted? I guess that's dusted. Dusting. Success. Okay, next. Do we pour baking mix into the bowls? It seems like a logical next step. So I have preheated, I have dusted, I have now combined, and now I need to bake. So luckily these bowls, which were gifts from a very close friend, I'll pour them into these things. Let's see how that goes. I don't know if it turned off on me. I think it automatically shut off. Okay guys, so I don't know if the camera automatically shut off on me. I think it might have, so maybe you missed some of this wonderfulness here. But what we've got is we've got it all mixed up and it's in the containers. And I'm gonna carry them over to the stove and put them in the stove. And then it's a waiting game. Okay, so let's head over to the stove. Okay guys, the cakes are now in the oven and I gotta wait for them to cook, and hopefully they'll turn out good. And in the meantime, I think I'm gonna clean this up. I only use the egg white, so it's okay to lick it, right? I don't have to worry about salmonella if it's just egg whites. Let me know down below. Okay, I'm gonna do a little cleanup here, and I'll catch up with you when that stuff is cooked. Okay, so the camera, well, that's the cake. The cake's still cooking. I need to use the time while it's cooking to do something useful. So I think I'll write Yumi her birthday card. Wow, did you just see me do that? That really kind of sucks. When you want to write an I, but you turn it into an exclamation mark, and then you have to squeeze an I in at the very end. Can you tell it's about 2:30? Like I told you, I've only got these two candles, some of these things. So the easy thing to do would be to put a couple of these on top and call it good. But because it's a confetti cake and it's got like little confetti things inside, these candles match. And I'm gonna put some sprinkles on top. So I need to figure out a way to turn this into a 9. Think I can do it? I don't know, but I think it's gonna involve a carving knife and maybe, remember this from the Christmas video where we were decorating the gingerbread house? I'm gonna try to use the red icing, cut this into a 9, and then draw the little hole into it. Let's see how that goes. I think what I need to do, 9 needs to be round on the bottom, and he needs to go and be round on the top, and then it's gonna be like a 9. Already breaking the rules, I'm cutting towards my fingers. I'm going to blame Walmart at how this turns out because Walmart is no longer open 24 hours. It's Walmart's fault. Ah, I cut the wrong side. See, it's supposed to be getting closer to a 9. Does that sort of look like a 9? Not really. I was meant to trim these sides off, but I trimmed those sides off. So hopefully this will make Evie feel good when she wakes up and finds a birthday cake. I think somehow or another she's feeling sad because she was telling me earlier this week, don't tell anybody it's my birthday. Don't tell anybody it's my birthday. I think she was feeling like because it's quarantine, she can't go any place for her birthday because nobody can come visit her. She was thinking nobody's going to remember her birthday. Also, I think she's been wanting to go visit her mom and dad. And of course, she can't get on a plane because quarantine. Anyway, maybe she'll wake up and she'll be like, oh, I got a birthday cake. So here, what do you think? Now, it's getting close to looking like a 9. I need to get these things glued back together somehow or another, and then I need to fill in the red stuff. So I'm going to use a couple of staples, I think, to try to hold this thing together. We'll see how it goes. The plan originally was to use some fire, but I don't think that would really hold it very good. So I think what we might use is we might use fire and staples. Or just the staples. Ta-da! It's holding together. Ow, ow, ow. Drippy wax. Yeah. That's just going to make it all sooty, so that's not good. Oh yeah, I think that did it. Perfect. Now, let's see if we can figure out this icing stuff. There we go, it's like squeezing a zit. 29. So I need to do this side, so it looks like a 9. Wow, this is going to be really hard to do. Does that kind of look like a 9? I'm not a cake boss here. 9! 9! It looks like a 9-year-old did it too. Now we got to get the other side, just for good measure. That's going to have to be good enough. 29. Is it pathetic that I'm actually kind of happy with that? Okay, it looks like they're rising up. It's starting to smell like cake. Now, I don't know about Yumi, but I know about me. And if I'm asleep at night and I smell cake, I'm going to be waking up. So, I'm getting a little worried. She smells cake, you think she'll get up? Would you get up? I'd get up. Because if I'm asleep and I smell cake, there might be cake. Looks like it's done. I'm going to put them over here and then we're going to poke them with the thing and see if they're fully cooked. So I'm going to shove this in and pull that out. There's no cake on it, so I think it's fully cooked. Let me grab the other one. Now I got 2 cakes. I got to get them out of the pan. How are we going to do that? Let me go around the edge with a knife. You know what? They don't even feel like they're stuck to the pan. And I guess that's because of all the buttering and flour dusting I did. Okay guys, so it is now about 9 in the morning because, well, by the time the cakes finished cooking in the stove and I brought them over here and they were looking pretty good, I realized it was about 4:30. So, yeah, it took me like a couple of hours last night to get the cakes this far. I guess it really should have taken that long. For some reason it did. And I figured I probably needed to go to sleep. So, went to sleep, woke back up, and now we have cakes. And they came out pretty good. They popped out of the pans really good. And so I've let them cool, and I'm pretty pleased with the way they've turned out so far. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to figure out a way to put them together and ice them. So I managed to find this thing, which looks like it's some sort of cake spinner. So I think what you do is you put the cakes on the cake spinner and then you can ice it. But what I've got to figure out is I got to figure out a way to get them to sit together. I think I'm going to work on that right now. So we've got this bread knife, and you know, how often do you make loaves of bread? I don't make loaves of bread very often, like as in I've never made a loaf of bread since we've been married, so finally get to use the bread knife. So let's see if I can get this done. Score! Yeah, turns out pretty good. The thing about being the cook is you get to be the first to eat. That kind of fits there. And I guess I could kind of put it like that, couldn't I? Chop the top off this. And I guess it doesn't matter how pretty it is, because all things told, you'll ice it. And so I could put it like that, top to top, but if I do it, I mean the edge over here is kind of falling apart, so I'm afraid it won't look cylindrical. I guess I could do it like that and it'll look more like a cake. So I'm going to do it like that. I think what I need to do now is I need to put icing in between and then put it together and then start icing it. So let me go ahead and do that. What I've got is I've got this icing in a can. I just need to put some icing in the middle, and this is where the spinner thing comes handy. I actually kind of like the spinner thing, I tell you what. If I was into baking, I think I might want to have one of these things. You know what, baking is easier than house remodels, so maybe I'll take up baking instead of house remodeling, and Yumi can put hardwood floors down and tile some bathrooms. Because hey, modern times, right? How much do you think we need in the middle between the two cakes? Not sure, but middle icing is never thick enough, I guess. Okay, so we've got some middle icing there, and I'm going to put that on top. There we go, and that doesn't look too bad. I just keep going. I've never done this before. Maybe I should go get my spatulas out of the garage that I use for sheetrocking walls. It sort of reminds me of that. Okay, that looks like icing on top, and I think that's probably good enough for the way I'm feeling right now. And so I want to get some on the sides. So let's do the sides. I actually think you need something thicker than a butter knife, but what do I know? Okay, I think they call it rough icing, so I'm going to rough ice it. And I'm hoping I've got enough icing. It looks like I'm kind of running out of icing in there. Yeah, I think I'm just barely going to have enough icing. And I think I'm going to have to smear it around a little bit to get all the spots covered. Kind of smooth the top down a little bit. Now I think I'm going to go around the outside edges. Yeah, the cake is not perfectly cylindrical. I'm doing the best I can here, folks. You know what? I actually think this is my first cake. For a first cake situation, I don't think I'm doing too terribly bad. And I'm officially out of icing now. Okay, so I'm trying to get around the bottom of the cake now. You can kind of see, I want it to be totally up and down, totally plumb, totally vertical, but I'm having a little bit of trouble getting it that way. I don't think I set the top cake slice exactly on top of the bottom cake slice, so the cake's a little bit womp-sided. All things considered, I guess it doesn't look too bad, right? It's the thought that counts. I need some sort of technique to be able to decorate the sides so that it doesn't look like it's not done very well. So let me see what I can figure out to put some sort of like, I don't know, swirly patterns or something. What do you guys think? Does that look like some sort of decorations on the side so that it looks like it's intended to be some kind of way? I'm calling that intended. I'm calling that done. Yay, I've got to decorate it. I've got an iced cake. Now I need to put something on it. And because it's sprinkles on the inside, I'm going to put sprinkles on the outside. Okay. What do you think? Is that just enough sprinkles on the top? And I could try to put sprinkles on the side, but I don't even know how to do that other than turning the cake on its side. And I don't think that's going to work out so well. Okay, so we got some sprinkles on top of the cake, and I'm going to eat myself another chunk of cake butt. Is that what you call the thing on top? I like cake butt, and I cannot lie. Cake butt. Okay, so I've got the cake, and it is now iced, and I think it looks not great, but not bad. I think it's sufficient. Now the question is, do I get it on a plate or do I leave it on the little round table thing? I'm thinking it needs to go on a plate, but I'm a little concerned about trying to get it onto the plate. Okay, so I don't know what to do. I've got this little guy I can put it on, but it is oval shaped, and I'm not sure how it's going to look on an oval shaped plate. I've got this round white plate here. It's got kind of sort of indented here, and that's the top. I guess I could flip it over and set the cake right there, and then it's going to be on kind of a little pedestal. Not sure which is going to be more aesthetically pleasing. I'm kind of leaning towards putting it on top of the plate, upside down. But the question is, how do I get it off? Do I just like try to get a knife under it and then lift it up? Maybe what I need to do is I just need to slide it off with the aluminum foil and then cut the aluminum foil away from the bottom. You think that would work? Or I guess I could just leave it on the little round thing, but I feel like leaving it on this is like lazy. It's like you haven't done the final step. Ha ha ha. Okay, now it is off of that and it is in my hand. Now I got myself a little knife here and I am going to go and try to cut the aluminum foil away. I'm not sure I'm liking how that looks. You know what? What if I put a doily on that thing and then stuck it in the middle of the doily? I don't like the blasted doily. Or what if I put a doily in the middle of the white plate? You know what? I think I'm liking the doily in the middle of the white plate better. Bottom line is I need to get some new plates and I need to get like some serving trays and stuff, but as far as my mind is thinking, it doesn't feel like I've been married that long. So before the marriage, there was none of that stuff because there was no cooking. It was all cereal and peanut butter and sandwiches. So one of these days I have to get around to getting some real plates. Anyway, let me get it moved over onto the plate with the doily. Still got to get the aluminum foil cut off, but hopefully it'll look better. And again, guys, tell me how to do this better, because I don't know. There may be some more birthday cake cooking in my future, so I need to figure out how to do this. Damn, that's not looking bad. That's not looking bad. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Look, 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 look. I'm actually happy about this. That looks like an honest to goodness birthday cake. I mean, look, 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 look. It's looking pretty good. Oh, I better not, it's slipping around, so I better be careful with it. I gotta put the numbers on it. My pathetic 9 that I had to make last night. 2, 9. Dang, that's looking good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. That looks pretty good. Considering that I started making this at 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, and I've never iced a cake before in my life. And I had to carve a 9 out of some wax. Yay! Okay, applause, guys. Down in those comments, share how great my birthday cake making went. That's right, make me some comments, share me on Twitter, tell everybody just how great this is. I am the new cake boss. Now I'm going to tell you, this cake looks very similar to the $5 cake that they sell at the grocery store. But this only took me about 3 hours worth of my time at 2 o'clock to 4:30 or 5 or in the morning, and it only took a lot more effort. So $5 cake from the store or love cake. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is, hey, I did this, but you know, I could have got a better looking one for $5. Okay guys, so I think I'm good to go with the birthday cake surprise. So when Yumi wakes up, she's going to come downstairs and she's going to find this sitting on the counter waiting for her. It looks pretty good, right? Got a little card all propped up, got her favorite little Kit Kat snack, and her birthday cake. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm feeling like it's a success. So thanks for staying up all night with me, working on the cake. Later today, I'm going to be making sweet and sour chicken with real pineapples and maraschino cherries. So that's going to be her birthday dinner, cause we can't go out, cause pandemic times. Okay guys, like it, share it, subscribe, pound that bell. See you this afternoon when I make birthday dinner. Did you make a wish?
Yes.
Okay, well don't tell anybody. Looks pretty good.
Yes, it looks colorful inside. It tastes really good. It's just like the cake you bought at the store. It's moist, not too sweet. It's just the right.
It's actually not bad. I surprised myself.
I really love the cake. Thanks for the cake.
You're welcome.
I could eat half of the cake.
Did you notice the outside matches the inside?
Yes, it is.
How did I do that? Happy birthday. Okie doke, I gotta get back to work.